Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be replacing this dimmer switch. It's the only dimmer switch out of these 4 switches. It's gone loose and wobbly and it's time to replace it. You can tell it's a dimmer switch because you'll see on the other 3 there is an on-off lettering, and the dimmer switch does not have that. And just to show you, it is a dimmer switch. It's in the living area and it controls that light right there. And I'm going to be using this Lutron dimmer switch. It's a toggler, and that's the part number if you're interested. I'll put links to these items in the description of the video if you're interested. And it obviously comes with the switch, some instructions, and a wire nut. It also comes with this blue trim wheel. It lets you adjust the dimmer, low end, high end, also to adjust if you get any flickering. So this one is a toggle switch that lets you turn the light on and off, and then the dimmer is right next to it that lets you adjust the brightness of the light. And it comes with 1 ground wire, and there are 3 screws on the switch itself. And again, it depends on how you're going to install it, either single pole or 3-way. As you can see, a single pole and 3-way instructions come with it, and we're going to go with the single pole instructions. So again, I'm not an electrician. If you're not comfortable working with electricity, please consult a professional electrician. First thing to do is find the breaker and make sure it's turned off. Before you do any type of electrical work, you've got to make sure the breaker is off. Gonna do one final check to make sure there's no electricity coming through. Just a safety check as always. Even though the breaker is off, it's best to check. So it looks like this old dimmer switch came with 2 wires attached to it from the factory, and they've basically connected the 2 wires to the circuit. So I think what I'm going to do is cut the 2 wires off from the switch and then use those 2 wires to connect the new switch. Just going to strip the wires about 1/2 inch. If you notice, the old dimmer switch didn't have a ground wire on it, but the new one does, so we'll have to find ground wires in the circuit and connect the new switch to the ground wires to complete the installation. So for a single pole connection, we're just going to use the bottom 2 screws on the switch per the instructions. And first thing we're going to do is connect the ground wire. It's always good practice to pigtail the wires together before securing it with the wire nut. The red and black wires from the old switch were connected or pigtailed to existing black wires in the circuit. So in our case, it doesn't really matter where the red and black wires get connected to the new switch. Like I said, in my case, the two wires doesn't matter where we connect them to the switch, as long as they're connected to the bottom two screws of the switch. Again, this is in my case. Every case is different. If you're not sure, please consult a professional electrician. As always, when looping the wire on a terminal screw on the switch, always loop it in a clockwise direction to ensure that tightening the screw secures the wire properly. As I said before, the dimmer switch that I'm using, as well as all the tools that I've used in this video, I'll put a link in the description of the video. With that done, we are ready to turn the breaker back on and test the new dimmer switch. And the dimmer is working just fine. Just to show you, that's the light. Let's turn it on. And turn the dimmer high, turn the dimmer low, and that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.